Good evening and welcome once again to another episode of Reform Studios Live. We are so excited that you tuned in, and as always, we're grateful for your support, for your viewership. So please, as we begin, as always, please like, please subscribe, please share. Invite someone to tune in for today's topic. Now, today's topic is an interesting one. We are looking at the permanence view of marriage. And of course, for those of you who are on Facebook, you saw a sample clip of the permanence view of marriage. And we hope that it garnered interest, which it did, because we've seen the many questions that have come via the anonymous link. So please just check our Facebook page. I believe even on YouTube, the link should be there for you to click, tap on the link, and ask your question concerning the permanence view of marriage. Of course, the institution of marriage, as we usually hear in most weddings or wedding ceremonies, is one that should not be entered into lightly. And we all know from previous headlines and things we've seen in the past years concerning the high divorce rate in Zambia, not only Zambia, but globally as well, both in the secular and as well as the church. So we felt it's important to have a look at this whole aspect of marriage from the viewpoint of the permanence view of marriage. So in case you are not aware what the permanence view of marriage is about, please do tune in now and invite someone to tune in. And to help us discuss the permanence view of marriage is Pastor Mwindula Mbewe. Welcome, Pastor.
Thank you.
All right. So I know we're both itching to get into the topic, but for the sake of those who may not know who Pastor Mwindula Mbewe is, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes, my name is Mwindula Mbewe, pastor of Hillview Baptist Church, and married to Namundi with 2 daughters, in addition to 1 older child who's also joined us in the home.
Okay, awesome. All right, so permanence view of marriage. And of course, I think for those of us who were there for the seminar that was held, was it 2 weeks ago or so, at Hillview Baptist Church, at least we got an appreciation of what the permanence view of marriage is. Now, before we get into what is the permanence view of marriage, perhaps just give us an overview, a brief overview, or briefly explain the other major views of marriage that exist and how they approach matters of divorce and remarriage briefly. Yeah.
Yes, we have 3 views.
Okay.
Primarily.
Yeah.
Easy to remember, they've all been given P's.
Okay.
Not sure who named them, but we have the permanence view, we have the semi-permanence view, I guess that's an S.
Okay.
And then we have the permissive view.
Okay.
Did you want me to explain them?
Yeah, so
Okay.
permanence we will get into.
Okay, but the other 2.
Maybe the other 2, yeah, just briefly.
Yeah, basically they all have to do with the question of divorce and remarriage.
Mm-hmm.
The permissive view allows, in terms of their interpretation of what the Bible has to say about divorce and remarriage, it allows for divorce in particular instances as well as remarriage.
Okay.
That is the view that is held to by our Reformed Baptist churches in Zambia. Okay. It's the permissive view. So depending on the reason, you can be permitted in our churches to divorce and even remarry.
Okay.
The semi-permanence view allows for divorce but does not allow for remarriage.
Okay.
So one is permitted to divorce under certain circumstances, but they will not be permitted to remarry. And I say they won't be permitted, but this is about one's view of what the Bible has to say. In fact, one of the reasons why the permanence view sort of how I became aware of it.
Yes.
Was because I met some semi-permanence view people.
Okay.
And so hearing them, in fact, I think I even met someone who had married, divorced, and had decided not to remarry.
Oh, I see.
And it